I think I've made a little bit over $110,000. Before Shop, I had never talked to a camera before.
What's your highest viewed video right now?
Yeah, my highest viewed video is at million views right now. I actually got one of the best product research methods from you to go viral faster. I would say, so content strategy right now is,
If you could go back to day one, what would you do differently?
honestly, I would just say this is from October 1st to October 31st. My shop account is at 0.
All right, Devin, 6 months ago you joined the mentorship. How much have you made since then?
I've made a little bit over 100, maybe $110,000, somewhere
That's
in that
insane.
range.
So you
Yeah.
went from 6K your first month to over 30K on October. What's been the craziest part of that journey?
I think the craziest part has really just been like breaking through those mental barriers of like, realizing that this money is real. Like before this, I was lucky to have maybe like a lot of money in my bank
Hmm.
account was like $500 at that time. And so after I started doing TikTok Shop, like it's crazy to see. It's different when you see other people making this much money, and it's hard to believe. But then once you actually do it, it's pretty crazy. And so I think
So,
that's the craziest part.
so if I told you in April you'd make over 100K in 6 months, would you have believed it?
Not at all.
All right, what were you doing before TikTok Shop, and how does that compare to your life now?
Yeah, so before shop, I was a furniture mover, and it was a good job because I was working with some close friends from school. But obviously, comparing moving furniture to making TikTok shop videos is night and day. I would much rather be doing this, and I can earn way more money with TikTok shop. So I was a furniture mover.
So how did you even find out about TikTok Shop?
I originally found out through Shop, I believe last year in like, I want to say like August or something like that. And I had just seen it on just scrolling TikTok, just hearing people talking about TikTok Shop. And I saw all these people making a bunch of money. But at the time, I was telling myself stuff like, oh, like I could never do that. I could never post myself on social media like that because I have a very small social media presence. Like before Shop, I had never talked to a camera before. I was like brand new. I had to learn everything from scratch. And so I had just heard about TikTok Shop just naturally through scrolling, and took me from August when I found out until like January of the next year to actually start.
So what got you over the fear of posting? Because I know you said you were kind of like scared to make videos. You hadn't made any videos before. How'd you like get over that?
Yeah, so for me personally, this is just what I did, but I got my TikTok shop account, and the first thing I did on it was I went and I blocked every single person that I've ever known, like throughout my entire life. I blocked friends, I blocked friends of friends, I blocked family members, like everything. And, for me, when I was first starting, that was probably my biggest hurdle to get over. I was so scared about what people were going to say about me. I was so scared about getting sent into group chats and stuff like that. I mean, now I'm making good money with it, so I don't really care. But I think
They've
that when
all
I
seen
was
you by
first
now, bro.
starting, oh yeah, 100%. They've all seen me by now. But no, I think that getting over that hurdle, I blocked everybody, and that was I think that's what allowed me to really start.
So just so everyone knows, what's your highest viewed video right now? Just so they get an
My
idea of how many people are watching your videos.
Yeah, my highest viewed video is at 27 million views right now, and I think my second highest viewed video is at like 14 million views right now, and so
That's insane.
I've even gotten recognized out in public in my hometown, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. And how many views do you think you have like in total on your whole page, if you had to estimate?
I know I crossed 100 million total views in my first 6 months, and now it's been about
It's
what I
definitely
think this
higher
is.
now because I remember you hit
Yeah,
100 mil. That was like a couple months ago when I first counted
yeah.
that.
And so now I would guess probably like 120, maybe 130 million views, maybe a little
Yeah,
more, maybe a little less.
that's insane. So how do you feel now? You know, before you were scared of people watching you. Now you're, one of the highest viewed people on here. So like, how does it feel having that many people watching your videos?
It feels pretty good, honestly. I mean, I don't really care for like I don't really think about like, oh my gosh, 27 million people just saw this video. I just think about, the more views that I can get on a video, that's the more chances that I'm gonna have to get sales and get conversions. So
So back to when you're first getting started, what made you decide to join the mentorship instead of figuring it out on your own?
yeah, so me personally, I knew like I've always been a huge fan of buying coaching and investing in myself and stuff like that. To me, it doesn't make sense to try and learn something by myself when I can just pay somebody to learn something that by myself it would take me, maybe 6 to 8 months to learn by myself when I could just learn something in 2 weeks or 1 month if I just pay somebody. And so that was what it was for me.
And was Viralix the first mentorship you joined, or were you in other mentorships, communities, courses, anything like that?
Yeah, so Viralix was actually the third mentorship I had joined. I had joined two others before this, and they were good. Don't get me wrong. I've never joined a genuinely bad, TikTok shop course, but none of them had like real one-on-one mentorship where you could, book a call with you or Bryce at literally any moment. Like if I wanted to, I could book a call with you guys 7 days a week, and you guys would sit on a call with me for an hour or even longer than an hour. And I also get access to, y'all's phone number. So if I ever have any questions, I could just call you guys up real quick. It was definitely the one-on-one aspect of Viralix that helped tremendously.
And be honest, were you skeptical when you joined, and like what was like your mindset going into it?
Yeah, so honestly, I was very skeptical when I joined, but I wasn't skeptical of you guys because I feel
Yeah.
like I had done a good amount of research before I ended up joining you guys. But I was just skeptical, or I guess I was scared because so for all of these TikTok Shop mentorships, I did not have the money to pay for these, and so I just took out loans and took out a bunch of loans. I low key kind of messed up my credit score, but it'll come back, and I've
Paid
already
off.
made I've already made 10x over 10x my investment. So yeah.
All right, so walk us through your first week. Or actually, you know what? Walk us through your first 2 weeks on TikTok Shop. What were you doing and what mistakes did you make?
Very first 2 weeks or 2 weeks with you guys?
Let's say just first 2 weeks on TikTok Shop.
Yeah. Yeah. So first 2 weeks on TikTok Shop, I was posting, I want to say like 2 to 3 times a day. And honestly, I think the biggest thing for me to learn in the beginning was how to actually be confident on camera. Like I remember I would film videos in my room or my bathroom, and I would be like whispering just because I didn't want anybody else in the house to hear me, or I didn't want it to seem like I was actually trying. I was scared to be seen as like, oh, Devin's in his room filming TikToks right now. But I think that was like the biggest thing for me to get over. I got over that pretty quickly once I started making money.
So how long did it take to make your first sale? Very first sale.
Very first sale, I want to say it took me like 4 or 5 days, I think.
Oh wow. It's actually faster than a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then I forget, were you in a mentorship or course when you very first started, or did you wait a little bit after you started to join, like your very first one?
Yeah, so I was in a mentorship when I had started,
Okay,
and
okay.
that's when I got like a little bit of help.
So fast forward, first month in Viralix, you made 6K. How did that happen so fast?
I think it was honestly the combination. One of the main reasons that I wanted to join Viralix was because I wanted to start doing live streams, and I had not the slightest clue of how to start doing them. And so I had seen so many people hyping up live streams, and I was like, okay, I want to get in on this. And so I went from just strictly posting 2 to 3 videos a day to once I joined Viralix, I think I was posting like maybe 4 to 5 videos a day, and I started live streaming for a couple hours every night on top of that. And so my the month before I joined Viralix, I made 2.2K or something like that. And then the month that I joined Viralix, I made 6.5K or 6.1K. And so an instant boost.
Nice. And so how did you find your products for the videos and your streams that you were doing?
Well, I got my top selling product of all time from you, pretty pretty cool when that happened. But
Yeah.
for me, before I joined Viralix, what I would do is I would just kind of scroll on the shop page, and I would just look for stuff just randomly. I would just try and find something that had good stock, good commission, high ratings, and stuff like that. And I mean, it worked decent. It didn't work bad, but once I joined Viralix, I definitely upped my product selection for sure.
At one point, did you tell your friends and family you were making money on TikTok Shop, and how much were you making at the time?
Yeah, so the first person or the first people to know were my mom and my brother. And the only reason I wasn't going to tell anybody, the only reason that they know is because the first mentorship that I wanted to join cost, I think, $1,500. And I was about to like open up a new credit card or like take out a loan or something like that to join. And my brother has a really good job for his age. He's my younger brother. And I remember going into his room and just like sitting down with him at midnight and being like, "Yo, dude, I really want to give this a shot, but I need $1,500 to start." And so he was super cool about it. He just gave me $1,500, no questions asked. And so
W brother.
that's how I started. Yeah, I know. He's awesome.
So once you actually started seeing good results, like the 6K month, the next month 11K, what did your friends and family think when you like first started really making money?
Yeah, so I luckily have amazing parents, and they were supportive the entire time. Like they thought it was pretty cool that I was posting TikToks and stuff, but there was no way for them to really understand how much money that I could be making.
Yeah.
And so once they started seeing all this money coming in, and I was showing them screenshots and showing them stuff like that, they were very surprised.
Did you show them your 30K month?
No, I haven't showed it to him yet. I think my mom knows about it. I might have told her, but my
That's cool.
dad, honestly, my dad, all he knows is that I make money on TikTok. I don't think he has any idea
Are you
how
planning
much
on
money
telling
I'm
him?
making. I'll tell him on Christmas. I'll save it for the end of the
Oh
year.
yeah, hit
That'll
a
be his
50,
Christmas present.
50K in November, 100K
Yeah.
December, and then tell him. But so, your first month in our program, you made 6K. The next month, you doubled that, you made 11K. What changed in those 2 months?
Yeah, so what changed in those 2 months was while I was posting or while I was live streaming, I was also posting videos pretty much every day. And just through naturally posting videos and live streaming, I had a few videos pop off. And as I was having a few videos start to go viral, my live streaming product started to die down. And so I remember I came to you and Bryce one time and I told you guys about it. And then you guys were like, yeah, you know what? Honestly, like just stop doing lives for now and just double down on videos. And so that's when I started to, I completely stopped doing live streams and I just doubled down on videos. I started posting like 10 plus videos a day for probably 2 or 3 months, like strictly 10 plus videos a day. It's
Yeah.
it's been a little bit more relaxed now, but yeah, that's I think that's what changed.
Okay, cool. And real quick, just for everyone watching this, the reason I had him switch fully to videos is because he already had videos blowing up and he already had videos making sales. And I always recommend people start off with live streams, and then once your videos are making you enough and you want to go all in on videos, then to do that. So that's why I did that. And then after that, what changed? You made 11K that month, but then the next month you doubled it again and you did 23K. What changed between those 2 months?
I think that what changed between those 2 months was just from me posting so many videos, I naturally just got better and better and better at videos. And that's also when I started getting approved for a ton of free samples. Like I was getting so much new products in, and so I was just able to test new stuff pretty much every day. And just from posting better videos and posting more videos, I had a bunch of videos just go viral. And so I think just having more viral videos is what changed.
Yeah, that snowball effect.
Yeah.
Was there any specific product or video that was blowing up at the time?
Yeah, so my even to this day, my number one seller is headphones. And I mean, I should have thought of this by myself, but headphones are like an evergreen product because I mean, it doesn't have to be a specific season for people to want headphones. Everybody likes headphones and they're like not expensive, so headphones for sure. Other than that, it's really just a bunch of random stuff. If you look at my items sold every day, it's probably like 20 to 30 different items that are selling every day.
That's crazy. So I'm curious what you think about this. Well, I know what you think, but just share your opinion. Some people they like to pick one product, focus on that one product, maybe pick three products or one niche. But you do all different products, all different niches. Why is that?
Honestly, I just found that that's what works for me. I've posted like I can get sales with hair care products, with face shaving razors, with headphones, with keyboards and everyday carry stands, like a bunch of random stuff. But at the end of the day, I think that what works for one person might not work for another, but you'll never know what works for you if you don't try a bunch of stuff. And so for me, like I had heard all these different conflicting ideas, niche down your page or don't niche down your page, like only post these products. And so at one point or another, I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna try my own thing and see how it goes. And so that's when I just kind of decided to do a general store.
So how do you pick which products to promote?
Yeah, so I actually got one of the best product research methods from you, and it's pretty much just looking on the daily virals and putting in a few filters and stuff. But for me personally, I usually stick to electronics. Electronics is my number one niche, and so
Let's go.
I'll
I
post
called it
like,
from the start, bro. Knew
yeah,
electronics would work.
I know, dude. I post like probably 80%, maybe 60% electronics videos, and then everything else is random. It's clothes and uh, shampoo and conditioner, like bunch of random stuff.
So what's your content strategy right now, and how many videos on average are you posting per day?
Yeah, so content strategy right now is I'm posting, I record 10 videos a day, and I'll usually record those in the morning, and then I'll go to the gym, come home, and I'll just edit all of them in one go. And so that's my posting schedule. And then content strategy, I really just use a lot of talking head videos, and that's like my bread and butter. I've gotten pretty decent at talking head videos.
Honestly, one of the best talking head like accounts I've seen. I mean, the amount of videos you have blown up, and they're just all talking head, or at least almost all talking head. It's pretty crazy. And also to everyone watching this, talking head, it's harder to learn, but it's probably the best style you can learn because unlike a lot of these other trends, talking head has been around for many years and it's not really going anywhere. So great style to learn.
Yeah.
What's one tip you'd give to someone to go viral faster on TikTok Shop?
To go viral faster, I would say get better with your, I guess, camera presence or like tonality. I mean, obviously, you want to have a good hook. A good hook is always going to help you go viral faster. But I think it's pretty easy for people to tell when you're being genuine, or for people to tell when you're sounding really salesy, or you're sounding disingenuous on a video. And so I would say, tonality and just being comfortable on camera, kind of talking to the camera like you're on friend or like you're on FaceTime with a friend. And yeah, and then I mean, other than that, product selection is also pretty important too.
What would you say is like one mistake a lot of people make? It could be about their tone or just in general, like anything specific you see a lot of people do wrong.
I think a lot of people just overthink shop. Like it's really not that hard, but I think so many people think that it's gonna be the easiest thing ever. Like it's gonna be you post 2 videos a day and one of them goes viral and you make $10,000 a month. But I mean that's definitely possible. But in my experience, me personally, I knew that I didn't want to treat it as a side hustle. I wanted TikTok Shop to be my full-time income. Like I wanted this to be my full-time job, and so I treated it like that. And so I put in, I take it pretty serious. And I think if other people want to hit, these huge months and stuff like that, then you got to take it pretty serious.
Yeah, definitely. Like I always tell people, if you spend, 1 to 2 hours a day, you can make great money. Like one person I teach, she spends 1 to 3 hours a week. She makes 10 to 15K a month, but that's not normal. Like the average person needs to put in more hours than that. I always recommend, like at least 2 hours a day. It's possible doing less than that, but it really just depends how much you're looking to make. And if you're looking to aim for like 20K, 30K plus months, you definitely got to be doing, like more than 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
How much of your success do you credit to the mentorship versus just trial and error and learning things on your own? And answer this completely honestly.
Yeah, yeah, no, like seriously, I dedicate at least like I would say 99% of my success to Viralix. The reason I started posting in the first place was because of, previous mentorships that I've been a part of. Like I'm super thankful for every person who's ever taught me how to do what I'm doing. But I think that Viralix definitely helped me like hone in my skills and hone in on, you know, pretty much everything that you need to make money
Let's
with
go,
TikTok
bro.
Shop.
Dude,
Learning.
I did not think you'd say that high of a percent. I mean, I had a feeling it would
Yeah,
be like pretty high, but
yeah,
99%. Damn.
yeah.
Oh yeah, man. What's one thing from the mentorship that changed everything for you?
100%. I would say the biggest differentiating factor would be the one-on-one aspect because when I was looking for mentorships and stuff like that, I had never even thought to myself like, oh, I need to join a mentorship that has one-on-one help all the time. Like I just saw courses and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, this will be good. But no, the one-on-one help definitely was the biggest differentiating factor because I remember like hopping on a live stream and 5 minutes before I would hop on, I would call you, or
Yeah.
20 minutes before I'd hop on, I would FaceTime you, and you would just give me 20 minutes of straight sauce, and then each live stream would just get better and
Yeah.
better, and yeah, I would say the one-on-one help made a massive difference.
All right, awesome. So we know one on one was like the biggest thing. How was like the community aspect? Like how important is the whole community, like being able to talk to people doing the same thing, and just being in that type of like environment.
Yeah, I think community is huge, honestly, because I mean, me where I live, I'm the only TikTok Shop affiliate probably in my entire, city. Maybe there's some other people, but I've never heard of them. But yeah, and I mean, I've been a part of a ton of different communities and mentorships that aren't even related to TikTok Shop, and I would say this one was definitely very easy to make friends with people. Like I've been a part of mentorships where I join and some of the people they don't want to talk to new people, or maybe I'm scared to speak up or anything like that. But it felt pretty natural joining inside of Viralix.
That's awesome. And then just curious, do you think you would have hit these numbers without Viralix?
No, not at all. No, definitely not.
What do you if you had to guess, like what do you think you'd be making right now?
I would guess I'd be making probably somewhere around 3 to 5K maybe a month. Like like doing really good by myself, maybe 3 to 5K a month. And I would have never started live streams either, too.
Yeah, yeah. Was there a moment when it hit you like, damn, like I'm actually making real money from this?
Yes, and I remember it too. It was a few days. I want to say it was maybe a week after I officially quit my job from TikTok Shop. I quit my job, I think the week after I hit my 11.4K month. So I hit my first 10K month and I quit my job. And I remember like a week goes by and I'm just sitting in my room making videos. And I finished recording a video and I just sit there for a second and I was like, damn, dude, like I am living the exact life that so many people wish they were living right now. Like I hit my first 10K month online, I'm making money and I quit my job. Like this is what I'm doing full time. And so I think that was a big moment for me. That's when it hit me.
That's awesome. So like what type of freedom do you get from TikTok Shop compared to working any of your past jobs?
Oh, dude, it's a level of freedom that I didn't even know what to do with myself at first. Like you have all day, you are your own boss. You have all day to record videos and edit videos, which sounds nice, but it's a very easy trap to fall into. And so I very quickly had to make myself a schedule and try and stick to it as best as I could because without a schedule, I would just, I don't have, I'm not going to a job anymore. So I would
Yeah.
just sit in my room and probably watch YouTube all day or something like that.
What do you think separates people who succeed on TikTok Shop and those who quit?
I think the people who look at Shop as a longer term play. I feel like a lot of people think that they're going to join Shop and it's going to be this super easy thing and they're going to make 10K a month in 3 months and they try it and if they don't hit they try it for 3 months and they make $1,000. and then they think to themselves like, oh, well, this stuff doesn't work. But I've seen, like, for me personally, I remember telling myself, I don't care how much money I make with Shop, I'm gonna try it every single day and go hard at it for the next year. Like, even if I make $0, I'm just gonna try it and try and get better at it every day. And at the end of 1 year, then I'll pick my head up and see where I'm at. But for the first year, just keep my head down and stick with Shop and do nothing else but Shop. And so I think the people that go into it with the right mindset, those are the people that are going to succeed. And it's pretty easy to
Yeah.
tell pretty quickly who's who.
100%, bro. I've seen
Yeah.
people, give up after the first week. I've even seen people give up after a few days because they don't
Yeah.
immediately make sales. And I find that pretty crazy because even myself, it took me a few weeks to start seeing results, and for a lot of people, it even takes some months. I've had people join into the server who have been doing this for almost as long as me, not making any money, and then later on, eventually they start seeing results. For some people, they see results faster than others, but really, you just gotta stick to it, like you were saying.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone watching this who wants to start but keeps overthinking it?
Oh man, I was in those same exact shoes. I I found out about TikTok Shop in August of 2024, and that's just like a rough estimate, but I didn't start actually posting until February 22nd of 2025. And so I procrastinated for like, what, how long is that? Like 6 months or something like that? Maybe a little longer, a little less. But I mean, honestly, it is a it was I would say it's comparable to like drop shipping in 2015. Like it's one of those things where we're still so early and there's so many people making life-changing money, so many normal people making life-changing money from just posting simple, TikToks, which is absolutely insane. Like if you told me a few years ago or a few months ago that I was going to be making 20K months consistently and a 30K month just from posting TikToks, I would have never believed you. And so, for everybody that's thinking about it, but you're hesitating, take it from me. I was in the same boat, but it is real. Like it is beyond real. It is a crazy opportunity and it's not going to be around forever, but it's definitely, we are like, I think we're super early still. Like it's got a very long lifespan.
I think you nailed it with the early dropshipping reference. I mean, really, this is like the fastest growing social media platform with over a billion users.
Yeah.
There's just so much money to be made on here, and everyone thinks it's oversaturated. There's too many affiliates, but that's just not the case at all. Because you got to remember, even if it looks like there's a ton of affiliates, you got to remember a lot of them quit. A lot of them post here and there. A lot of them are simply just people with over 5,000 followers who have access and have never even posted shop videos. So it looks like there's a lot more competition than there is. But once you're really in the community, you'll realize it's a much smaller community than you think it is.
Yeah.
What's the biggest myth or misconception about TikTok Shop?
Biggest myth or misconception, I would say, is probably just like how people I feel like so many people think it's going to be this easy thing when in reality, I mean, if you compare it to other business models like I don't know, pretty much anything out there, it's going to be by far the easiest way. It's going to be the easiest way to make money today, but I won't say it's easy. It is simple, but it's not really easy. Like it takes some work to get good at it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like I tell everyone, it's the easiest bit. If you're looking to start an online business right now, it's definitely the easiest. And take it from me, I've
100%.
I've tried
Yeah.
drop shipping probably 4 times. I've done affiliate marketing, TikTok CRP, YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram. I've done all the Snapchat. I've done all these different, social medias and just different ways of making money online. And I've never seen results like TikTok Shop. So like truly, I do think it's the easiest out of all the online business models. If someone started OF right now and someone starts TikTok Shop right now, the person who starts TikTok Shop is going to make more money. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
100%.
like at the same time, it's still a business. You still have to put in the effort. Still got to put in the work. So yeah, no, I definitely agree with what you're saying here.
Yeah.
If you could go back to day one, what would you do differently?
Ooh, day one. Honestly, I would just say post more, like get more reps in so I could learn quicker. Because I mean, when you're first starting, I believe in quantity over quality when you're first starting, just because you want to find what works for you. You want to test a bunch of different products, like you want to test a bunch of different video styles. And so really just getting in as many reps as possible and trying to get as good as possible with just being on camera and tonality and projecting your voice when you're talking to the camera. And other than that, I would say just stop caring what other people think, because at the end of the day, even with what I've got like 130, 140 million views, like I'm not a celebrity. Like I remember I thought when I was first starting that I was gonna post a video and just everybody was gonna start texting me like, "Yo, dude, what are you doing with TikTok? Like, stop posting these. Like, it's cringe. All these things." But the truth is, people don't care. They don't care about you nearly as much as you think. And even if your video does come across somebody's For You page that they know you, they're gonna see your video and they're gonna think about it for 3 seconds, and then they're gonna scroll to the next 5 videos, and they can't even remember that they saw you on TikTok that day.
Yeah, everyone has TikTok brain. Someone scrolls by, they see you for
Yeah.
3 seconds, they maybe say something, leave a comment, whatever, swipe
Yeah.
away. Next day, they forget about it. It was
Yeah.
a little different for me because I actually had people from my school joining in on my live streams, hating and shit. But
Yeah.
those are all the same people now that just ask to learn from me. So,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself 6 months from now?
6 months from now, I definitely see myself still doing shop for sure. But I definitely want to, like, move out of my house. I want to I'm debating on if I should move out or if I should just travel a bunch first, but we'll see what happens. But I still want to be locked in with shop, and probably just doing whatever I want, honestly. I mean, I've got access to do so much things now that I couldn't do before. And so I'm definitely going to be, using my money to make some experiences for sure.
Let's go. Do you have any plans to scale, further than just TikTok Shop affiliate in the future?
Yeah, so in the future, I've definitely thought about having launching my own product or something like that. I haven't put too much thought into it, but I think the next natural progression would be, now that I'm pretty good TikTok Shop affiliate, to get into the seller side eventually and launch my own product. And then after that, I'm not really sure after that, but we'll launch a product and see how it goes.
Yes, sir. That's the way to go, bro. Learn affiliate,
Yeah.
hit some 10, 20K months on affiliate, and then start up seller. That's the
Yep.
method right there. And for anyone watching this who's still on the fence, what's your message to them?
If you're still on the fence, I remember being in the same exact position you were. I remember being in this chair, with $200 in my bank account. I have screenshots of my bank account negative $900 in the overdraft. And so I know how it feels to be skeptical about making money online, and is it real? Is it not? Are these guys scammers? And I don't want to lose my money and all these different things. But I'm telling you from firsthand experience, I've tried a bunch of different business models online. I've tried drop shipping, high ticket sales, like short form content, a bunch of random stuff. If you name it, then I've probably tried it and I've probably bought a course about it. And TikTok Shop is by far the biggest and craziest opportunity for normal people, relatively short amount of time. So
Oh, hold on. Do you want to
if you're
repeat that
thinking about
again?
it,
It,
if
it
you're on
just
the
cut
edge,
out. It just cut out. Can you repeat that last thing you said?
yeah, TikTok Shop. If you're on the edge, thinking about, is it real? Is it not? Am I going to get scammed? It can't be real. These people making all this money online. I'm telling you from firsthand experience, I've been there, but it is by far the biggest, or the best way to make money online, make a lot of money online for average, normal, everyday people, and make life-changing money in a relatively short amount of time. And so, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the edge, take it from me, you got to at least give it a try. Like, don't look back in a year, 2 years, 5 years, and just be sitting there thinking to yourself, like, I wonder what would have happened if I had actually tried with TikTok Shop. And so, don't let it pass you by. It won't be here forever, but I do think we're still early. So there's plenty of time. And yeah, lock in with Viralix.
So you're up over 100K right now, commission. Do you have
Yeah.
any plans on, spending any of that money, big purchases? Like, what's your plan with that?
Yeah.
You
So
gonna get that
first
car?
thing, first thing that comes to mind. Well, a car would be nice, but the thing is, I don't
Oh,
to
it's
get
cutting
I
out
could get.
again. It's cutting out again. You said I don't really, and then it
Oh,
cut
okay.
out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the thing is a car would be sick. Like I would love a nice car. I remember we were talking about cars that I could afford and stuff like that. But I think the first thing that I want to, spend my money on is really just like traveling and stuff like that. So, traveling, probably moving out, getting my own place somewhere or moving in with friends or something like that somewhere. But yeah, I think either next year or the year after that, we'll see where I'm at with commissions, and maybe I'll splurge on a nice car or something like that. But yeah, first things first. I wanna travel and get my taxes set up. I don't want to get screwed over by taxes or anything like that. So that's the first thing on my mind. But the car's coming. The car's coming.
Yes, sir. And then, so it's November now. What do you think you're gonna make for the month, just based on what you've made the last few days?
Yeah, so the last few days, ever since what was it, October last month?
Yeah.
Ever since around October 14th or 15th, I've been averaging $1,000 a day to $1,300 every single day consistently, just off of videos. And so far this month, I've also hit $1,000 day every day. And so, I mean, if everything keeps looking the way it's looking, I'll make a little bit over 30,000 this month again.
All right, cool, man. And just so people know, like, like this is facts. Do you want to show them you like reloading your dashboard or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, I got
And
you.
then also,
Here.
where can people follow you to see your content, your shop
Yeah, so
videos?
my shop account is at Devon Trey 3.0. Here, let me take the blur off my screen.
All right, cool.
As you can see, this is the bedroom of a TikTok shop affiliate with all my mountain of products in the background.
Nah, that's a lair,
Here, hold
bro,
on.
not a bedroom.
Yeah, bro. Let me uh let me pull this up. I'm already at $675 for the day.
Hey, bro, you still got a long time to go too. What do you think it's gonna be like 1.2, 1.3?
Probably around that. Okay, so this is from October 1st to October 31st. Right here
Here, hit him with a
is my third.
reload because some people just
Yeah,
so yeah.
and that's that. And let's see, yesterday was a 860 something dollar day, and last 7 days we're at $8,000
Let's
right there.
go.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
fire.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate your time. Like you said, guys, you could go follow him, Devon Trey 3.0, if you want to check out his shop videos. Also, if you want to, you can sort his videos by most popular and see how crazy his views are.
Yes, sir.
But all right, I'll see you, Devin. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, bet. See you, bro.